welcome to our watch along of Premier Sports Fan Center, and it's the EPL fixtures for the 4 p.m. games today that we're having right now. And first on our list is the game between Burnley and Arsenal, and it's Burnley who are trailing against the Gunners 1-0 in that encounter. And it's an early goal from the Gunners captain Martin Odegaard, who gave the Arsenal faithful the lead in this encounter. And that game is currently in the 27th minute, and it's Arsenal who are breaking away through that former Chelsea player there, Kai Havertz, but he was easily brought down there, and it's going to be a throw-in to the Gunners in that encounter. And that game is still in the 27th minute as a throw-in to Arsenal right now. It's Kewell who is taking the throw-in for the Gunners here, and sends one straight. It's Arsenal still in possession, and that will successfully go out for another throw-in. But the referee says otherwise. That throw-in belongs to Burnley, and Burnley takes the fast one, sends one straight into the hands of their goalkeeper in this encounter. Good chance for Burnley early on in this game to try and come back against the Gunners, but they couldn't make good use of that opportunity that fell their way. And still 1-0, Arsenal leading comfortably against Burnley in this encounter. 27 minutes gone, it's Arsenal 1, Burnley 0. And let's look at the earlier fixture today. It was Brentford who lost 4-1 at home against Liverpool. Mo Salah is back, and he scored and also assisted for Liverpool in that early fixture. And also in the game between Fulham and Aston Villa, that game is in the 29th minute, and it's Fulham who are trailing 1-0 at home against Aston Villa, who are scored in that encounter. That game is in the 29th minute, and yes, a chance for Arsenal, but easily dispossessed there. And it's the Gunners who has won back possession and attacking like 28 minutes. What will Arsenal make out of this? Kewell sends one straight into the midfield and finds the goal scorer, Martin Odegaard, who looks up front and finds Trossard. Trossard with the up-through pass there, but that's eluded Kai Havertz in the box of the Burnley team. And it's going to be straight into the hands of the Burnley goalkeeper. Good chance there for Trossard, but he couldn't hold on to his own as the Burnley defenders muzzled him out of that opportunity of having a chance at the ball. Also in the game between Newcastle and Bournemouth, that game is also in the 30th minute and still 0-0 right now. Forest, that's Nottingham Forest against West Ham, is also 0-0. Tottenham Hotspur are hosting Wolverhampton, and that game is also 0-0 in the 29th minute. And still to come is the big one at 6:30 p.m. You don't really want to miss that. The game between Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, as they'll be hosting Chelsea tonight. We saw the first leg as that ended 4-4 in the reverse fixture. Let's see if we'll be having more dramas tonight in that encounter. Yes, Burnley with a chance against the Gunners, but easily cleared there by the Arsenal defender, and it's Gabriel to the rescue for the Gunners. There clears the side, and it's Arsenal running straight on possession right now. Bukayo Saka, one of the most impressive player, if not the best right winger in England right now, is on the ball, sends us straight back, and it's Arsenal to Kewell will be looking to attack against Burnley, in the 30th minute. It's Arsenal enjoying the better share of possession against the Burnley in this account that sends one straight into Kai Havertz, but Kai Havertz couldn't hold on to that, but the referee spotted an infringement, and it's Bromwell who has just given Arsenal a free kick, which was won by Ben White there in the 30th minute, and the Gunners has a free kick. Josh Bromwell bringing out Ben White down there, and it's a free kick to the Gunners. And let's go straight to the starting 11. Burnley starts in a 4-4-2 formation with James Trafford in goal post, and we also have Lawrence Assegno, Dara O'Shea, Maxim Esteve, and Anas Delcroix is making it as the back four. In midfield is Aaron Ramsey, Sander Berge, Josh Bromwell, and Wilson Odobert. While up front is Chelsea lonely striker David Detro Fofana and Zeki Amdoni up front for Burnley in this encounter. For the Gunners, it's still the familiar 4-3-3 formation, and it's David Raya in goal post for the Gunners, and in defense we have Kewell playing as a left back. There's also Gabriel and William Saliba, who happens to be Arsenal favorite, appearing at the centre back, and at right back we have Benjamin White, and the midfield is Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard, the goal scorer for the Gunners. And up front we have Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, both flanking Lisandro Trossard in this encounter. Back into the hands of the Gunners goalkeeper is the 32nd minute of this game, and still Arsenal enjoying better share of possessions. And that is Gabriel on the ball, finds it straight into the hands of Declan Rice in the midfield. Declan Rice sends one straight to Martin Odegaard. It's Odegaard who holds onto the ball and runs straight against Burnley in the 32nd minute of this game. Still Arsenal enjoying better share. Bukayo Saka sends one straight into the midfield, and there's an infringement there, and it's going to be a free kick to the Gunners in a promising position as early as 32nd minute. Martin Odegaard is in the form of his life. He's enjoying this game. He has been everywhere for the Gunners since the start of this particular encounter, and it's Arsenal who has a free kick and sends that straight. Oh, what a clearance there from the Burnley defender, and that was a big clearance there from the Burnley defender there. Esteve has sent that clear out for a corner kick. That would have been a tap in for, oh, that was Berge, sorry, Sander Berge, the midfielder, Burnley midfielder, who cleared that out for Burnley there. That would have sent Kai Havertz straight on goal, but the Burnley defender clears that off the line or off the roots of Kai Havertz. As Arsenal with a corner kick, Bukayo Saka is standing, and that is the 33rd minute of this game. What will Bukayo Saka make out of this corner kick? As he looks into the box and finds his teammates, about 5 players wearing the Arsenal lemon jersey, sends the cross into the box, but easily cleared there by Burnley. And it's still Arsenal who are currently in possession of the ball. And still 1-0, the Gunners lead in the 33rd minute of this one. And let's see if Arsenal will be holding on to this lead to the end of this game. It has really been a big battle between White and the Burnley defender there. And still 1-0 Arsenal lead in the 33rd minute. Let's go straight to statistics. Arsenal still having the better share of ball possession, which is 2% of ball possession, while Burnley has just 38% of ball possession. Total shots is 2 for Burnley, 3 for Arsenal, and just 1 shot on target from the Gunners, and that was the goals being scored by Martin Odegaard. A beautiful shot that picked the right corner of the box, and still Arsenal who are currently enjoying better position. Still tries to set Trossard on goal there, but easily caught out there, and still Arsenal in possession. But finally, ball out, but still the Gunners. Saliba on the ball, sends one straight to Ben White and back to Saliba. Saliba looks at the midfield and finds Declan Rice, and it's Declan Rice who holds onto it successfully. Goes back into the hands of Ben White. Ben White straight down to Saka. Saka on the ball, looks inward, finds the captain Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard with a teasing pass to find Havertz. Kai Havertz lays down. Additionally, that's not second goal, but unfortunately, that was wasted, and it's not going to be Arsenal's second goal. What good movement there from the Gunners, but Burnley defenders were up to the task, and still Burnley were clearing the lines against the Gunners right here, and chances have been hard to come by for the Burnley team in this encounter, and it's looking like the manager Vincent Company might just be on the off seat right now because he has been losing a lot of games. A chance for the Gunners. Kai Havertz couldn't time that run. And Arsenal back in possession against Burnley and the bigger share of ball possession in this encounter. And let's still look at other centers. It's still 1-0 in the game between Fulham and Aston Villa. That game is in the 35th minutes right now. And we also have in that game between Newcastle and Bournemouth. It's still 0-0 in the 35th minute. Nottingham Forest against West Ham is still 0-0 in the 35th minute. And Tottenham against Wolverhampton is also 0-0 in the 35th minute of that encounter. Let's say if the Gunners will be getting a second goal in this first half, as we still have 10 more minutes to go in this first half. There's another corner kick to the Gunners in the 35th minute of this encounter. A lot of tall guys playing for Arsenal in the box there. As I can see Willian, see Saliba all in the box to try and see if they can get a head onto that. As Arsenal who goes for a short one, still holding onto the ball, tries to dummy one down for Bukayo Saka. Saka sending that into the box, but went straight into no man's land. And Saka, who has regained possession of the ball, holds onto it, being brought down, but the referee says no, it's a fair tackle, and he says it's play on. And yes, Fofana, who is on the ball right now to try and cut the deficit for Burnley. What will he make out of this? Hold on to it and tries to dribble Kewell, but being pushed back into it, and still Fofana, who is in possession, successfully beats Kewell right now, and it's into the box of the Gunners, and it's going out for a goal kick to the Gunners in the 36th minute. And while the commentary was on, the Gaffer walked in. Good afternoon, the Gaffer.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mike. Well done. That's a very good one you're doing. Good job you're doing. Good evening, our viewers. I think already the match is 1-0 up in the favor of Arsenal. What a day of football. Already we saw Liverpool comfortably beating their own opponent today and going comfortably top of the table. And let's see what Arsenal will come up with today.
Okay, that's where the Gunners will come out of with today. And it was only Watkins who can't stop scoring, who gave Aston Villa that lead against Fulham in that encounter. And here's Arsenal through Martinelli, the Brazilian, cuts inward and finds Gabriel there. And Gabriel sends one to Saliba. Saliba looking for Ben White. And Arsenal enjoying the better share of possession in the 37th minute. Martin Odegaard with the first goal for Arsenal in this one. That is what you call a captain. He's always there for Arsenal to get those goals for them.
Yeah. That's a very good one for Martin Odegaard. He has actually been one player that has been involved, most of the goals scored by Arsenal. Right now, he's one of those who have created more chances, assists, in the Arsenal squad, per minute, like 37, every 37 minutes, he creates chance for Arsenal. Okay, the only people that have done that better than him is when we talk about Czech Fabregas, the old Arsenal players that have gotten more minutes than him when it comes to FC. So a good one for him. He continue like this. I think his profile will be up high there.
Okay, let's see if we can break that record of assists in the EPL. And his back is Arsenal were currently in possession. Declan Rice, the most expensive player for Arsenal on the ball there, but lost possession and regained back by the Gunners. It's Gabriel who sends a long one trying to locate the run of the run of Martinelli there. And Gabriel Martinelli holds onto the ball. The Brazilian speed star and trick star there sends them back into the midfield where he finds Keywall. And Keywall to Declan Rice. Declan Rice on the ball. What will he do? Hold on to it and spread his back into the hands of a Keywall. Keywall sends one straight into Martinelli there. Martinelli cuts in. What will he be doing here? He holds onto the ball and sends it back to Keywall. Keywall to Declan Rice in the midfield. It's Arsenal playing around the box of Burnley, trying to force them into errors so they can get the second goal. Bukayo Saka on the ball sends it straight into the midfield where he finds out William Saliba, and still Arsenal who are enjoying the better share of possession. Vincent Company, a lot of losses, and it still looks like the Burnley management still have faith in him.
Yeah, of course, they still have faith in him.
He has a good chance for Arsenal. This should be a penalty, and that was rightly given. And Arsenal just won themselves a penalty in this encounter against Burnley. A chance for Arsenal to go to up right now against Burnley in this encounter.
Yeah, all this, that's a very good one. The referee got that right. But I think the VR will also check that and see how sometimes we from distance we decide that it's a penalty, but when the VR come closer, look at that. It's a very good penalty.
VR will be checking that. Good pass there from Kayava to try and send Trossard on goal there, but it was brought down by Esteve.
Well, look at it, there was no contact.
Let's see if there was no contact in that one, but it seems there was a contact, and the referee has given a penalty. And also, Arsenal has been yellow carded by the central referee. Let's see what VAR will be making out of this, as the referee is currently waiting for VAR check on that to know if that is actually a penalty. Good one for the Gunners, and it looks like that will be a penalty, as the referee is still waiting for confirmation from VAR before this game proceed. Arsenal with a yellow card, he went into that tackle, late tackle right there, and there's a free penalty to the Gunners in the 40th minute of this encounter. Let's see if Arsenal can make good use of this and send it into the back of net. Bukayo Saka holding onto the ball. Will he be the one to take the penalty for the Gunners in this encounter? 40 minutes gone. It's still Arsenal leading 1-0 against Burnley. And it looks like it's the captain, Martin Odegaard, will be taking this for a double. If he does this, it's going to be 2 goals in this encounter against Burnley today. And still Arsenal 1 and Burnley 0. And it looks like that penalty has been given.
The penalty has been given. To me, I saw there was no strong contact there. It was just he sold it to the defender there and he got that.
And it's Bukayo Saka who is standing on this for a chance to score, to add to his goal tally in the EPL. What will the Gunners, some right winger, make out of this? Will he be scoring this? It goes back, and it's Bukayo Saka, the England international, standing comfortably to take this penalty for Arsenal. And that's goal straight into the back of the net. And it's Arsenal who has doubled their lead. Saka with a close one. What a goal for the Gunners. It's Arsenal 2, Burnley 0 in the 41st minute of this encounter. 2-0 Arsenal lead.
2-0 Arsenal lead. And look at this. Since they came back from the Abu Dhabi, camping, they have been consistent in winning. This is the 5th match they've been playing since the beginning of the season, and all the matches they've been winning comfortably. Even played against Liverpool, won Liverpool, and they have not lost. Scoring 16 goals. I think this is the 18 goal out of 5 matches. That's to tell you how what they've actually gained from that campaign in Abu Dhabi.
Well, that was a close one. That was a close one for Bukayo Saka there. The goalkeeper at Trafford went for that ball very well, but couldn't keep his hand on that as Bukayo Saka sends Arsenal into a 2-goal lead in that encounter for his 11th EPL goal this season. Talking about consistency, Bukayo Saka is a consistent player.
Of course, a consistent player. At a point, we were feeling in the studio here that he's been overused, always playing for Arsenal, always in the lineup. But hey, good for him because he's a young player. So much energy is still in him, and we can see in the field of play that he's bringing out the best he can. And hey, look at it, another goal for Bukayo Saka. The last match they played, it was on the score sheet record.
Okay, last time they played, it was the score on the score sheet record for Arsenal. And it's the 42nd minute of that encounter. It's still Arsenal up 2-0. And it's looking like Arsenal are in for a lot of goals today against Burnley in this encounter. Well, I don't know what Vincent Company will be thinking on his bench to get his boys revived in this one. Or will he be going to the bench to bring in players against the Gunners in this one? It's still the 43rd minute. And it's Arsenal 2, Burnley 0. It's like Arsenal with fans taking this victory. And away from that, Tottenham have a goal down against Wolverhampton in the 42nd minute as Wolverhampton has opened the scoreline or goal scoring line there, right there in that encounter against Tottenham. And it's currently Wolverhampton 1, Tottenham 0 in the 43rd minute.
Wow, what a game for Wolverhampton. We have seen a new Wolverhampton, recently they have been winning, scoring a lot of goals. They scored 4 against Chelsea, and the last one they played, they played against 4-2, ended 4-2, against was it Liverpool also?
Chelsea, they defeated Chelsea also.
Yeah, they played Chelsea. Yes, they've won Chelsea 4-2, right, yeah. 4-2, yeah, 4-2 in that encounter. And since then they have been consistent in scoring goals. And today against Tottenham, against all expectation, a lot of people will have thought that Tottenham will come, have a clean one against them, But yeah, it is Wolves who have drawn the first blood against Tottenham. And that goal was scored by who?
João Gomez.
João Gomez.
João Gomez opened the scoreline for Wolverhampton in that encounter against Tottenham. And Tottenham always bring surprises, so don't be surprised if Tottenham come back to win this specific encounter against Wolverhampton in the second half. Back to the game between Arsenal and Burnley. Right here is Gabriel Martinelli on the ball. Runs around this corner there against Arsenal, who gave out the penalty to Arsenal. And it's going to be a throw-in to the Gunners in the 44th minute. It has really been a big battle between Martinelli and Daciño in this encounter. I just hope it ends this way in the first half. Throw to the Gunners, and it's Kewell, the Polish defender, who is standing on that, and he'll be taking a long throw-in for Arsenal in this encounter. And it's 44 minutes gone in this game. 1 minute to go in the first half. 1 minute to go into additional time in the first half before the referee calls this game into a pause. And it's Arsenal still in possession of the ball. He's been dispossessed there. It's Arsenal on the ball, and he's on the yellow card, and he'll be leaving that to go out for a throw-in. And it's Arsenal with a throw-in in the last minute of this first half. It's currently Gunners 2, Burnley 0.
Yeah, Gunners 2, Burnley 0. It's not good for Burnley right now because Burnley is sitting in the relegation zone here, number 19. The only team that Burnley is ahead of here, it is in Sheffield United, and everything still remain in the relegation zone. So it's not good for Burnley. Burnley need to wake up and get a goal. And one thing we have to know about Arteta, Burnley remain the only team Arteta have not won, in this Premier season. So I think winning Burnley this time around at least will be good for his profile too.
Okay, you can hear that from the gaffer. And beating Burnley will also be good for the profile of the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta. And this game is the 45th minute, and it's 3 minutes additional time added by the fourth official. So we have 3 more minutes to play in this first half. 3 more minutes for the Gunners to add more goals or keep their 2-0 bragging right into halftime. 3 more minutes for Burnley to do the unthinkable by scoring 2 goals against the Gunners in this first half. Let's see what they can make out of that. And we've seen the first minute of additional time played already. So we have just 2 more minutes to play between the game in this first half between Burnley and Arsenal. And Arsenal was a throw in. Ben White standing on that one and takes the long one into no man's land and sends it straight, trying to locate up the runnings of Trossard there. And still Arsenal who are back in possession. Sends one straight into the hands of Gabriel. And it's Martinelli, and still Arsenal in possession. Declan Rice on the ball there. Sends a long one across, trying to locate the runnings of Bukayo Saka, who gets onto it. And Bukayo Saka sends one straight Trossard with a dummy there, but that's going to get into the hands of a Gunners there. Ben White back into the hands of Saka Wood, returns it back to Ben White. Sorry, to Declan Rice. And it's Arsenal who are currently attacking right now. Bukayo Saka on the ball in the second minute of additional time. The Gunners are going all out to try and see if they can get it all done. Bukayo Saka finds himself into space in the box there. Hold on to it and dribbles his man, but the referee spotted an infringement against the young Gunners. The 22 years old England international was adjourned to have fouled a Burnley player in the box, and it's going to be a free kick to Burnley, advantage Burnley going into the last minute of the first half.
Yeah, going into the last minute of the first half, uh, Arsenal actually dominated the play. They didn't give Burnley the chance to, play their conventional style of football. That's one good thing about the Arsenal side. 2 goals in the first half is a very good one for Arsenal. And looking at the way they scored the goal, you want to credit them for that excellent display of football. And he's paying them. But let's see, Burnley have not actually had much shot on goal.
Yes,
in this
chance for Burnley to get a goal of their own. And here's Fofana, who was brought down there. And that will be making it into the back of the net. And that is the Chelsea loan in there. And Fofana with a chance for Burnley. Well, easily defended there by the Gunners defender. And this should be the last minute. And any moment from now, the referee will be calling this game to a pause. As Arsenal currently leads 2-0 against the Burnley right there. And it's Arsenal attacking right now. William Saliba on the ball, sends it straight into the hands of Ben White, who returns back to Saliba. Saliba finds them Gabriel, and Gabriel holds onto it and finds them Declan Rice. Declan Rice, the England international, holds onto the ball and sends it back into the hands of William Saliba. Arsenal trying to go in all out against the Burnley to get the third goal. And that is Bukayo Saka returns it back to Saliba, who sends one long one straight into the midfield. And yes, Arsenal in possession. The captain being brought down there, and the referee has just spotted an infringement against Kai Havertz. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal in the last minute of first half additional time. And the referee has just called the game to a pause and say it's halftime. Burnley 0, Arsenal 2.
Wow, what a first half for Arsenal. Actually dominated the position. So high, 68%. That is just 2 points will be 70%. That is a total domination there. And looking at it, good defensive work also for Arsenal too. Because if you look at it, the Burnley had no shot on target in the first half. They had no shot on target in the whole of 45 minutes. That's to tell you how good the back line of Arsenal are. Very sweet combination there for Arsenal. Having Kiwo, Gabriel, Saliba, and White. What a powerful combination for Arsenal. And no wonder Burnley has no shot on goal to show.
But he has no shot on goal to show in this first half. They need a big second half against Arsenal to do the unthinkable, which is coming back against the Gunners in the second half. Let's say they can do that in the second half. Good penalty there from Bukayo Saka, but it was a lucky one. Trafford was almost getting his hands on that.
Yeah, almost getting his hands on that. He dived to the right direction, but he just was unlucky there. And before the penalty, I was saying, hey, this referee should go to the VAR, and the VAR did not call on his attention. But I didn't see any good contact in that penalty. To me, it was not supposed to be a penalty. That's my own personal opinion, but the referee has the final say.
Okay, don't forget you can be a part of this conversation by dropping your message on our live chat. We promise to read it out. Tell us your view or what you feel about this game currently going on, or any fixtures in the EPL. And let's see what is happening in other centers. Also, after in that game between Fulham and Aston Villa, with Aston Villa leading 1-0. In the game between Newcastle and Bournemouth, it's still 0-0 at halftime. Nottingham Forest against West Ham is also 0-0 at halftime. And the game between Tottenham Hotspur and Wolverhampton Wanderers is Wolverhampton who are leading against the Spurs 1-0. The Spurs will have to come back in the second half and spur themselves on against Wolverhampton in that big second half. The gaffer packed the game between Arsenal and Burnley. Arsenal currently leading 2-0, and it's looking like the season is about the rundown of the season. That's getting close to the end part of the season. It's starting to be a big battle between the top 4 teams.
Yeah, it's beginning to be a top battle here between let me say between the teams that have actually crossed the 50-point mark. That is Manchester City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. They are the ones who have actually crossed the 50-point mark. Tottenham is coming behind. They've not crossed that mark yet. But looking at it, you see that it's going to the 3 teams are actually in form. Look at what Liverpool did today, 4-1 against Brentford. And looking at today's match again, Arsenal is already 2 goals up, against at the beginning to pick from what Guardiola said. Guardiola said after January you don't need to lose any match. If you win all your match after January, definitely you can win the Premier League. So it's like all the teams want to pick from there. Look at Arsenal coming from this January, they've not lost any match. They've been winning. Talking about Manchester United, Manchester City too, they've not lost any. They've been winning. It's only Liverpool that have lost one match against Arsenal.
Again, talking about Liverpool, they currently top the EPL table after week 25 with plus 35 goal difference and 57 points to Liverpool. And it's looking like Jurgen Klopp are the major contender for the EPL this season. We have about 13 more games to go in the EPL. So it's actually going to be a big battle in the running games to the end of the season. Second is Arsenal, who currently sits second after 25 games. They have plus 33 goal difference. They currently sit 55 points. And Manchester City are third after playing 23 games, 2 games at hand. But they have a plus 31 goal difference and 52 points. And it's looking like if they should win that 2 games, they'll be going to the top of the table.
Of course, they can win that 2 games. They'll be going top of the table with just 1 point above Liverpool. But where they have Chelsea to play, and a lot of people are saying today they're going to defeat Chelsea. But I see Chelsea fighting back. I see Chelsea fighting back, and it's going to be a tough battle. But hey, Manchester City, they are complete. Well, that's not the match we're talking about. We're talking about Burnley, Liverpool. A good one for Arsenal. Looking at it, they've moved 50 to 55 points after this victory, and I'm sure I don't see Burnley coming back. I don't see Burnley coming back. I always see Arsenal adding more goals in the second half of this encounter.
Okay, we already have a goal in that game between Nottingham Forest and West Ham just before the halftime, as Nottingham Forest has opened the scoreline, the goal scoring in that encounter. And who else than Taiwo Awoniyi with that goal for Nottingham Forest in the 5th minute of additional time in the first half. What a way to come back from injury for the Nigerian striker. Taiwo Awoniyi, his second goal since coming back from injury.
Yeah. He's coming back from injury. The second goal, injury has actually done a lot to him. He has not made him, we didn't see the best of him. We know him to be very good, and that was one of the reasons why he was not, included in the Nigerian squad. But hey, good for him. Already in the EPL, having 6 goals in the EPL this time around, and he still have a lot of opportunity. He can still go. He can still hit the double-digit line, like by having 10 goals in the EPL. That would be a good one for him.
Okay, let's see if the Nigerian striker can score 10 plus goals in the EPL this season. Taiwo Awoniyi, welcome back, and that's 2 goals since coming back from injury. It's just good enough to spoil him and to get him more goals for the Nottingham Forest team. And back to this game between Arsenal and Burnley, the Gaffer. The second half is a big 45 minutes still to come for Burnley. Do you see Burnley coming back into this game?
But Burnley don't have the record of coming back. If you look at their back record, at least if they meet a middle team table, they can sometimes they score one. They've not been the high scoring side, in this Premier League. But we saw them in the Championship, what they were doing. They did very well. But hey, they need to buckle up. They need to up their game to meet up what is actually happening in the Premier League. Good one for company. Maybe it's time for him to begin to think of buying bigger names to add to Burnley so that they can compete.
Wait, but before talking about buying, they're currently sitting in the relegation zone. 19th. And talking about buying, which player we want to go to a team, sitting 19 in week 25, knowing fully well that this is looking like a season Burnley are going back to the Championship.
And we want to talk about buying. The season of buying is already over. The January window is over, So what I'm talking about is they should just try and come out of that relegation zone, so that they can, next season, buy players, upgrade their, the way they play, so that they can compete. He has what it takes, but I don't think he has the quality of players, to his disposal to face in the PL.
Okay, can you hear that from the Gaffer? He doesn't think they have the player at disposal to actually stay in the EPL. Let's say if Burnley will be beating that drop back to the Championship, they did 40 points to guarantee themselves a stay in the EPL, and that is still very much to say. We have about 13 games, and they need to get to 40 points. So let's see if they can hold on to that and do that very well. We'll go for a quick back. Still on this game between Arsenal and Burnley. What are your expectations from the Gunners in the second half?
Yeah, for my expectation for the Gunners in the second half, I expect them to take good advantage of this situation, get more goals. because now it's like it's already is a three-horse race, between Liverpool, Manchester City, and Arsenal. And goal can separate these three sides. So what they need to do in the second half, heap more goals. If you can get 5 goals today, it will be to their advantage against. It will be to the advantage when it comes to all the permutation. To know who will qualify, who will win. So they need more goals in this tournament.
Okay, let's see if they can score more goals in this encounter. Talking about the Gunners, they've scored two in the first half, but we know them to be able to get up those goals. We saw it against West Ham. 6 goals they scored in that encounter.
Hmm.
And when it comes to that, Arsenal knows how to score very well against these teams.
Yeah, they know how to score very well against this team, because looking at it now, if we look at the table and we want to talk about the numbers of goals scored, we see that it is Liverpool who has scored more goals than Arsenal and Manchester City. Liverpool have 59 goals, Arsenal have 50. 5 goals, while Manchester City have 56 goals. So, looking at it, it is Arsenal among these three big names, who are sitting comfortably, who have the lowest number of goals. So they need more goals.
Okay, let's see if they'll score more goals in the second half. I will go for a quick breather. When we come back, it's going to be the second half of that game between Burnley and Arsenal. Okay, welcome back from that breather, and we're back for the second half live feeds of that game between Burnley and Arsenal. And it's Arsenal who have tripled their lead in that encounter. Is Arsenal currently leading 3-0 against Burnley in that encounter. Bukayo Saka
Again.
again.
Bukayo Saka, talking about Bukayo Saka, I think is the I think he's the fifth Arsenal player that has scored up to 50 goals that of the age 22 years. So and that was before the match. He scored 2 goals in the last encounter against West Ham, and now he's scoring 2 goals. So making it one of the youngest players who have scored up to 52 goals for Arsenal. So apart from other 5 people who have done that, so his record every day continue to increase, continue to increase. What a brilliant guy! He's a very young guy with a lot of bright future.
Yeah, you can always say that the future is bright for the 22 years old Bukayo Saka. The England international is yet to hit maximum peak and still has that potential to be one of the finest top player in the world in time to come. He has what it takes to compete with the likes of Vinicius Junior, or the likes of Mbappe, the likes of Erling Haaland of this world. And it's Bukayo Saka who tripled Arsenal lead in this encounter. It's Arsenal currently leading 3-0 against Burnley. They need to get all these goals because it might just be the turning points at the end of the season. It's Arsenal currently attacking against Burnley. And here is Martinelli chasing one against Escobar, and easily dispossessed there. Is Ramsey on the ball, sends one back into the defense, and Burnley who clears the lines. Fofana on the ball tries to set Brownhill on the run there, but easily dispossessed as the linesman says that is an offside. And also, as the start of the second half, is Tottenham who equalized against the Wolverhampton. Dejan Kluveski with the equalizer for Tottenham Hotspur in that encounter to make the game 1-1, as it's now even in that encounter. And it's still 1-0 in the game between Fulham and Aston Villa. Newcastle against the Bournemouth, the second half has also restarted, and still 0-0 between Newcastle and Bournemouth. Also, the game between Nottingham Forest and the West Ham is Nottingham Forest still leading 1-0 in that encounter. And back to this game between Arsenal and Burnley. The game is now in the 50th minute. Coming straight into the second half, you talked about Arsenal needing to score goals when they come in for the second half. And we've seen them, replied with a goal already in the early stage of the second half.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. What a way to respond. I think they know it very well that they need the goal. They need it. I think they use the opportunity. Burnley is not one of the top side in the APL. So what you do to teams like that, you get all the necessary goals, get the maximum 3 points, and get more goals against them to put you in a comfortable situation. I think Arsenal are aware of it. I think they still need more. I expect them to get up to 5 in this encounter.
Get the gaffer. Expect Arsenal up to get up to 5 in this encounter. And yes, Colin Shaw on the ball there. Says one tries to dribble his way through the Arsenal defender. And it's Bukayo Saka. And Ben White blocking that against the Burnley winger in that process. And it's Arsenal who has won himself a goal kick in the 52nd minute. And when do you think Vincent Kompany is going to get the sack?
I think the Burnley management also understand what they have. But anyway, I can still believe that another manager can do better. But so far, so good. We saw what he did in the championship. It was so good, so brilliant. And I thought maybe when he come to the EPL, it would do. But it's showing that this Burnley team is not mature enough to be in the EPL. So you can bring another manager and try, and probably another manager with experience. I think company. I think to me it's not that experience. Is it the first club he's coaching on this?
Yeah, this is first club.
This is the first club, so you need that experience, in the EPL so that you can grow with it.
Okay, also in the Nigerian Professional League, we have the big one. Higimba against Shooting Stars, and it's the Aba Warriors, Aba Elephants, who are currently leading 1-0 against Shooting Stars in that encounter. And that game is in the 45th minute of that encounter. Also tomorrow we have the game between Sporting Lagos and Bende Insurance right there at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena at 4 p.m. So you can make your way to the stadium and cheer the boys up in that encounter and enjoy the beauty of Nigerian Professional Football League. And yes, Burnley with a free kick sends an in-swinger into the Arsenal box there. His leg dispossessed, and the referee spotted an infringement, and it's going to be a free kick up to Arsenal in the 54th minute. It looks like that was an offside base spotted there by the linesman there. And in the 54th minute, let's look at what is happening in other centers. Fulham against Aston Villa is still 1-0, and the second half has started, and they're currently in the 49th minute, approaching the 50th minute in that. And Bournemouth, surprisingly, have opened the scoreline against Newcastle in that encounter. 53rd minute, and it is Dominic Solanke who got the goal for Bournemouth in that encounter. Talking about Dominic Solanke, a lot of goals this season. He has hit the double figure digit already.
Yeah. Hit the double figure digit already. Talking about Solanke, when you talk about Bournemouth, is one of those players you remember immediately because he has always come to the party whenever Bournemouth are playing, and here is the one who has separated the two sides right now. But hey, and another thing about this encounter, Newcastle and Bournemouth, I just wonder what is wrong with Newcastle. A lot of pundits would have given them Newcastle to comfortably win that. Talking about Solanke now, he's having 14 goals. The only players that are above him is Erling Haaland and Mo Salah. Those are the only players that have scored more goals than him. So, talk to me, a player coming from Bournemouth, scoring that number of goals, guy. If you take this kind of player to a bigger team, man, you get another Haaland.
We same at Chelsea, we same at Liverpool. He didn't really ready to make it at those clubs.
Yeah.
So it's really good seeing Dominic Solanke get to the goals for Bournemouth. 14 goals already this season, and it's currently the third highest goal scorer in the EPL for 2023-24 season. Currently having 14 goals, just behind Mo Salah, who got to 15 today, and Erling Haaland, who has 16. Wow, great run for the 26 years old Dominic Solanke. And there have been speculations of him, wanting to turn into in the jerseys of Nigeria very soon.
Yeah. That's that speculation. I think that would be a very good one. That would be a positive one for for Nigeria if he can. He talked about it. He said he really wish for the sake of his mother, he actually want to play for Nigeria. Hey,
no, I think that was Elijah who said so for the sake,
for the sake of his mother. Okay,
that was Elijah.
Okay,
this for Luton Town.
Okay, for Luton Town. Okay, yeah, for the sake of his mother. Yeah.
So let's see love talent for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Let's see which of them will be done in the green jerseys of the Nigerian national team. And back to this one between Arsenal and Burnley is still 2-0, 3-0. Sorry, Arsenal leading in that encounter, and they are not enough. They are not tired of scoring more goals, as the hunger to get more goals is still there for the Gunners. And here is Burnley with a rare opportunity against Arsenal. The referee says no, that should be played on, and the Burnley player Ramsey is currently down, injured, but play continues, and it's Burnley attacking against the Gunners across field, and that goes out for a throw into Arsenal in the 57th minute. And it's looking like Aaron Ramsey actually got himself injured in that tussle with Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, he got a tussle with Martin Odegaard. That is the battle you get there when this. If you look at Arsenal, one thing again about Arsenal is that their fighting spirit, even though they are winning, this is the kind of attitude I saw in Manchester City. Even though they are winning, they are still battling, they are still fighting, they are still receiving yellow card, even when they are winning. So that's a good one for Arsenal. The fight is on.
Yeah, the fight is on in that encounter, and the Burnley medical team are really sweating it on Aaron Ramsey there, and the former Aston Villa midfielder currently playing for Burnley in the EPL 2023-24 season. And the Arsenal captain went into that tackle, but the referee says no, that wasn't a harsh tackle, as he allows some play to continue. We're currently in the 58th minute, and Burnley needs to get back into this encounter against Arsenal. Or do you think it's a done game already?
Yeah, it's a done game already for Arsenal. I don't see Burnley coming to win this one. The best they can get here is just a goal. That is a consolation goal. That is the best they can get. But hey, this Arsenal, they are ready. They are ready this season. They are actually waking up. I think they've learned from their mistake of last season. Where
do you actually see them winning the league this season?
They are one of the favorites. I can't see. Yeah, these three horse race. They to me, they one of the favorites to win it. I know Manchester City is also favorite. Liverpool is also favorite, but I know that Arsenal can still win it because hey, you look at it. Arsenal played against Liverpool, defeated Liverpool. If they play against Manchester City with the form they are, with the form Manchester City, it's going to be a very tough encounter.
Okay, it's going to be a very tough encounter in the run-ins of matches for the remainder of the season. 30 more games to go. 13 more games to determine who will be next champion of the England Premier League is going to be. Will it be Arsenal? Will it be Liverpool? Or will it be Manchester City, the current defending champion? Look at that goal. The first goal from Martin Odegaard. Odegaard, what a hit from the Norwegian. Bukayo Saka with second goal for Arsenal from the penalty spot. As pick the spot, send it straight into the right corner of the pitch. And here was the assist and the goal from Bukayo Saka. What a turn. Check that shot and took his hit into the top corner to get Arsenal 3-0 in this encounter. Bukayo Saka, that is his 12th goal this season. Young boy is in form.
Oh, it's in form. It's in form. Yeah, actually waking up, and the form actually improved after after this the 2024. He has been towards the end of the last year. We saw guys like that, going dropping in form. But he has actually picked up. He picked up along with the team. They all picked up, and here we are getting a result of this their good outing. And Newcastle just equalized.
Okay, let's say Newcastle has also equalized in that game against Bournemouth, and that game is currently 1-1 between Newcastle and Bournemouth, and it looks like is the team big boys coming back against the small boys, the small teams in this account tonight into this fixture.
Yeah, yeah, it's the big boys. Looking at it, Aston Villa, defeating, ahead of Fulham in this encounter. I actually thought Fulham was going to win this. Given the fact that, and it's look at it again, it's like Aston Villa is adding another one.
Again, it's Anthony Gordon with the equalizer for for Newcastle in this encounter. And let's see what's up in Aston Villa Fulham game is still I think it's still 1-0 in that encounter, or as they double their lead in that game. And we're still waiting for feeds to see if Aston Villa has doubled their lead in that specific fixture. And still the and yes, Aston Villa confirmation is there that Aston Villa has gotten the second goal at the Curving Cottage. That is the home ground of Fulham. And there's no the Nigerian exploits in their starting team today. I think they are still having Alex Iwobi has been brought in the second was brought in the second half to replace Brazilian Willian. So Alex Iwobi is on the pitch for Fulham, but he couldn't just help his team as they currently losing 2-0 against Aston Villa. And talking about Aston Villa, we saw Oli Watkins, another prolific striker, also getting one goal today.
That only one case, another top striker in the EPL. All this while he has been consistent with Aston Villa, scoring goal, banking goal. That's good one for him, and he has also crossed the double digit. This thing. He's having 12 goals now. 12 goals for Aston Villa. I think he has a lot in him. He has a lot in him. If he continues like this, no. He's a young player with bright future.
Again, we can see Burnley making a substitution in the 62nd minute of this encounter. And it's looking like Aaron Ramsey will be able to continue this game as Taylor has been thrown in to try and amend every error of the Burnley team in this encounter. And it's looking like Ramsey is definitely not continuing this one.
Oh. That would be bad. That would be bad for Burnley. He has been there, the talisman there. He has been, up and doing in his own position. So let's see the replacement. What we bring to the party.
Okay, this game on in that counter between Burnley and Arsenal. As was game over starting right now, and it's Arsenal who takes the throw in, and the fair play one sends it straight into the Burnley half, and it's Burnley who now attack against the Gunners in the 63rd minute of this encounter, and it's Burnley goalkeeper right there, who sends the Trafford here, who was onto the ball and back into the hands of Trafford in the 64th minute of this encounter. Still Arsenal 3 and Burnley 0. And here's a chance for the Gunners to find themselves in the box with that very fourth goal, but no, that's Obi going to the back of the net. What a chance there for Trossard, but he couldn't put that in the back of the net. A glorious chance presented to the Belgian. Just put that in the back of the net, but unfortunately, that's Obi going in as the Gunners' third goal in this one.
Look at that. He tried, he didn't know there was a man on him. He wanted to just hit the ball into the net. But you look at Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka was in a position where he just needed pass to him. He just needed touch there. But hey, he didn't pass the ball, and that one was wasted.
All right, it's game on in that encounter, and we are currently in the 64th minute of that game. It's still Arsenal leading 3-0 against Burnley. in this specific game. And the Gunners are still hungry for more goals in this game, just like the fans are also hungry, for more goals in this encounter against Burnley. I'm looking at the ride over Burnley. Do you think they might come back to the EPL again if they should they drop to the championship this season?
Wow. Well, should they drop? We have a lot of teams in the championship this season that are also good. And they have to start all over again if they drop. They have to start all over again because a lot has to be done. A lot has to be done in this. And
All
that
right, chance for Arsenal there. But that sails up wide there, and that is Trossard still looking for his goal tonight against the Burnley. And that game is currently in the 65th minute. We have 25 more minutes to go in that encounter between Arsenal and Burnley. Where a chance there for, another chance there for Trossard. Leonardo Trossard should be scoring from that angle.
yeah, should be scoring. He had the opportunity with him, but he tried to hang it on the post, but he didn't get that. He didn't get that shot on the spot.
And still Arsenal who are dominating possession against the Burnley in this encounter. And here's another opportunity for Arsenal to score their fourth goal in this game. And they hold on to it, sends it straight into the box there with this very fourth goal. And it's the fourth
A
goal! That is the fourth
goal!
goal for Arsenal. And it's Trossard who has finally scored in this encounter. Back-to-back goal for the Belgian. And it's Arsenal currently leading 4-0 in the 66th minute of this encounter. And it's Arsenal whitewashing, destroying, dismantling Burnley in this one.
Yeah. That's what I expected. I expected them to get more goals, to get goals, and just sharing the goals to themselves. Trossard, Zaka, and Odegaard, just sharing the goals. Most of the goals they scored just within the 18 box. They work it out, struggle for it. Apart from one of the goals, the one what is his name? The one Odegaard scored that was outside the 18 box. The rest goals were inside the 18 box.
And it's Wolverhampton who has also retaken the lead against Tottenham in that encounter. It's the 64th minute. And it's now Wolverhampton leading against Tottenham 2-1 in that game. And who else again? João Gomez for a second goal for Wolverhampton in that specific encounter.
Wow. That's beautiful for Wolves. And I'm just happy with that team, the way they are performing. But they didn't start on time, and that is why they are where they are. So if they continue like this, yeah, good and fine. But it's not over yet because Tottenham, they can still fight back.
Okay, you can hear that from the gaffer. It's not over yet because Tottenham can equally fight back against Burnley against Wolverhampton in that specific encounter. And back to this game between Arsenal and Burnley, which is still Arsenal leading in the 67th minute of that encounter, 4-0. It's looking like Arsenal are taking this game without doubt.
Yeah, without doubt, they're taking the game. It's a superiority law case in this encounter. Brilliant play from Arsenal. They know what they know what they actually want this season. They actually want to win it.
Do you think they can win the EPL?
Yes, of course. Arsenal can win it. Arsenal can win it this season. Though Manchester City are favorite, but I want to go with Arsenal to win it this season.
Okay, looking at all the scoreline, it still remains Aston Villa leading 2-0 at Covent Cottage against Fulham in that encounter. Newcastle and Bournemouth are currently playing 1-1 at 66 minutes. Nottingham Forest are still taking their slim lead over West Ham in that encounter. That game is in the 64th minute and it's Nottingham Forest leading 1-0. Tottenham are currently losing at home, surprisingly against Wolverhampton, but not really surprisingly because we saw Wolverhampton, took Chelsea to the cleanser.
Yeah, took Chelsea to the cleanser. And looking at it this season, if you want to compare Chelsea and Tottenham, Tottenham are doing well. Chelsea are also doing well, but why won't Wolves not defeat Tottenham? It is possible they can defeat Tottenham, but most time I actually feel that Tottenham are better when they play at home. But these days, even away, the picking point from outside.
There's a double substitution for Arsenal as Ben White is being withdrawn in this encounter. Let's see who the Gunners are bringing in to replace them. Ben White, the England international. This encounter, Nelson being thrown in also by the Gunners in this game, and it's looking like Arsenal have done and dusted. Wow, Bukayo Saka in the 68th minute being withdrawn by Arsenal after scoring 2 goals, and it's Rios Nelson who has been thrown in by Mikel Arteta. And let's see who the second substitute for Arsenal is, and it is okay. We'll be having confirmation of who Arsenal brought into this encounter as substitution, and game has restarted. and it's Arsenal who are currently in possession against Burnley. And looking at it, losing 4-0 at home is actually a bad one, not what the fans will really want to see.
Hey, that's not what the fans really want to see. But hey, what can you do? They actually have proven that they are one of the big names when it comes to England football, and they are aware that Arsenal is a big name when it comes to England football. So the disappointment will not be that high. The only way they will be disappointed if they concede so many goals, like
Okay,
six or
let's
seven.
look at the Ghana
Hmm.
substitution. And his Reece Nelson was brought in for Bukayo Saka. Cedric was brought in for Ben White. And Nketiah was also brought in for Leonardo Trossard. Two of Arsenal's goal scorers are out now.
Yeah. They really need to rest them. They have a lot to play. Bukayo Saka,
There's the Champions League this week against
yeah,
FC Porto.
yeah. So they have to rest them, and that's why they have to bring out. We used to talk about Bukayo Saka overused in the Arsenal squad. Hey, and Arteta is beginning to realize that gradually, and he has to rest him so that he'll be fresh against Porto.
I'll go straight to the comment section. We have Mario Godi. Arsenal FC is heading to take the season's trophy 2023-2024. What else? And we also have in the manner 18. Sorry if I murdered that name. Very nice Arsenal here. As you can see, the Gunners fans, they are really happy. I'm seeing the Gunners doing them proud in this encounter. They've actually played the better of those two teams in this game. Arsenal has been everywhere over Burnley in this encounter. Burnley not having a shot on target.
Not having a shot on target even at this minute. That's to tell you how defensive Arsenal has been, and it's another opportunity. Arsenal has been. The defense is so solid, and that's one of those things that is keeping Arsenal in this EPL race. Because sometimes you meet a stronger team. What differentiates them is the defense. Arsenal score 1-2 and they get the victory.
Okay, let's say if Arsenal will be getting the victory, but they are cut out to in this encounter. And it's Fulham who has gotten one back against Aston Villa in the 65th minute of that encounter. It's currently 2-1, and it's Moniz who scored for Fulham in that encounter. The comeback is on the card right now. Let's see if they can complete it against Aston Villa in that encounter. Bournemouth has also scored the second goal against Newcastle, and Bournemouth currently leading 2-1 against Newcastle in that encounter. And let's see who the goal scorer is. And it's Semenyo, and that goal was assisted by Dominic Solanke. That player is in the massive form of his life for Bournemouth this season. And going straight to the statistics to see what is going on in that game between Arsenal and Burnley. It's Arsenal enjoying the better share of ball possession, 66%, while Burnley has just 34% of ball possession. 10 total shots by the Gunners in this game, 4 shots on target, 2 off target, and 4 block shots. 3 total shots for Burnley in this game, 0 shots on target, and just 2 shots off target in this encounter. Burnley they've not really threatened. They've not really come to this party against the Gunners, no doubt.
No doubt. Look at the formation of Arsenal and look at the tactics they actually employed in this encounter. Definitely will deter the Burnley from doing that. The Arteta actually brought in the right formation and the right tactics against Burnley, and it's actually working out for him. And that is why you can see there's no threat in this match, in this encounter. No threat from the Burnley side. It is just a sweet flow of football. They string the passes around, get to the right position, and get the goals. And talking about Arsenal, when it comes to set piece, they are the team that have scored the highest number of
yes,
goals.
a chance for Gunners there, but that's will be going to the back of the net. Eddie Ketia with a chance to head that into the back of the net. But Eddie head is not so big enough to head that into the back of the net. And the sails are wide, and it's going to be a goal kick to Burnley in the 73rd minute of that encounter. And still Arsenal leading 4-0 against the Burnley.
Yeah, 4-0 against Burnley. Comfortable result for Arsenal. They need to get more goals. I want them to get up to 5 goals in this encounter. And they're gradually getting towards that. Talking about Arsenal, like I was saying before, they are the team that have scored from corner kicks more than any other team. Gotten 11 goals from corner kick more than any other team in the EPL. And most of these goals is coming from 3 goals from the corner kick came within this January when they came from. A lot has actually improved from the Arsenal side, since January.
Yeah, the Gunners have surely improved, and I think Gunners fans, the Arsenal faithfuls, can actually be proud of their team this season. It's not really It's not really easy battling against the Manchester City and Liverpool, but they've done it last season and they're doing it this season. It's looking like the time they're going to win this EPL is so close.
Yeah, the time they're going to win this CPL is so close. It's so close. I think Arteta will fancy winning this one this time around because last season was one of a lot of I know there must be a lot of time period where we sit down and regret some of the decision he took, for Arsenal that actually deprived them from winning. That at a point they were so relaxed, But that was a period when they needed to fight more. Like from January, don't lose any game. That is one thing about Guardiola. He has actually, and if you look at Manchester City this January, they have not lost any game. They have been playing since from January. They have been winning all their games. If Ateta can pick that too, I think it will be good for.
Okay, wait, from the game between Burnley and Arsenal, another team is Bayer Leverkusen, who have now equaled Bayern Munich all-time German football record for the longest unbeaten record across competition. 32 games without defeat for Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen team, as they are currently in the driving seat as it looks forward to winning the German Bundesliga. What a season Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso are having.
What a season! What a season! I never saw that coming. But hey, Alonso has proven to be one of the top coaches, and even Klopp confirmed that. Confirmed that he never saw that coming. But hey, it's a top-notch coach, and yeah, look at it where he has taken Bayern Leverkusen to the top of Bundesliga. We used to call Bundesliga a farmers league before when Bayern Munich would dominate every play. But hey, look at what Bayern Leverkusen has actually brought. Total, domination. Even the last time they played against Bayern Munich, look at what 3-0 against Bayern Munich, the favorite. That's a good one for Bayern Leverkusen.
All right, just 15 more minutes to go in that game between Arsenal and the Burnley. Still the Gunners leading 4-0 against the Burnley in that game. And William Saliba will just clear the lines for the Arsenal as he sends that off to a throw-in. And it's Burnley who has a throw-in in the 77th minute of this encounter against Arsenal. Let's see what Burnley will be making out of this throw-in. Will it be presenting itself? Oh, it's a corner kick to Burnley, sorry. And the take a short one is dispossessed there by the Gunners, who will be breaking out on the counter against the Burnley. And here is Arsenal in possession, sends one straight off road, but there was nobody to meet that ball. And it's Burnley who are back in possession against Arsenal. And it's looking like it's a done game, just like the Gaffer called it a Sokwe Otilo moment already in this game. But the Gunners will still fancy getting more goals because no team is always tired of scoring goals.
No team is always, they're not tired. We want to see more of the goals. Goals make the game more interesting, and goal put you in a very comfortable position, to go ahead of your own other teams that are behind you. That we expect that from Arsenal, and we are getting it. We are being entertained also with this kind of a sweet flow of football. Look at the possession; they've actually dominated the possession 66%. Domination. They are always with the ball, always trying to do one or two things. 11 goal attempts. Goal attempt 11 and shot on goal 4, and those 4 gave them 5 goals now.
And it's 5-0. The Gunners have just scored the 5th goal, and it's Kai Havertz, the highest paid Gunners player, getting Arsenal the 5th goal. What a game as Arsenal are scoring up. They've scored 5 in back-to-back games in the EPL already. Last week it was 6 against the West Ham, and right now they've scored 5 against the Burnley, and there's still more chance for more goals from the Gunners. And you can see the Gunners fans really happy seeing their team getting that goal against Burnley. Kai Havertz with a goal for Arsenal.
Yeah, Kai Havertz got that goal for Arsenal. Talking about Kai Havertz, it's like there was a time he had a good drought in Arsenal. A lot of people were saying, is this the Kai Havertz we bought? We expected him to come and be banging goals. Goals were not coming. But we saw the prospect. We saw what he was doing.
Look at that run. Look at that comfort. Look at that solo run from him there. Good movement to send up the Burnley defender, the unrushing Burnley defender back to where it was coming for. And the goalie picked the spots to give the Gunners the 5th goal in this game and increase the goal difference for the Gunners in the EPL. 79th minute, it's Arsenal currently leading 5-0 against Burnley. And it's Burnley who are going to start play from the midfield or from the center cycle for the 5th time in this encounter. Arsenal preparing under substitution, and his former Chelsea player, Jorginho, will be thrown in by the Gunners. Jorginho hasn't really been starting a lot of games for Arsenal, but the last time we saw him start for Arsenal against the West Ham, he gave a good account of himself in that game.
Yeah, he gave a good account of himself in that game, and that's why one thing about Ateta know how to study football, and you know the right people to bring in. You know that is the kind of match Jorginho will actually shine. You know, and he came and he gave his best, and that was the reason why they were able to defeat, got that victory. You know, so that is a good one for Ateta. I was talking about Kai Havertz about his drought of goal, but now he's scoring. Now he has had 4 goals in the EPL for Arsenal. You know, even against all that. You know, we never saw that coming, but gradually it's picking up.
All right, and it's the 80th minute in that game between Arsenal and Burnley. Let's see if the Gunners will be getting more goals in this encounter against the Burnley in the and it's 81st minute, 80th minute, sorry. 10 more minutes to go in regulation time. And it's Arsenal who are 5-star general against the Burnley in this encounter. 5-0. Really great scoreline for the Gunners, and it worked a weekend up for the Arsenal faithful bragging rights to go with on Monday by the Arsenal fans, and Arsenal will break and return but and holding on to possession, but that was dispossessed there by Burnley, who has gotten themselves onto the ball. It's Trafford up the goalkeeper, who holds onto the ball at the back for Burnley and sends one straight into the midfield. And we can see the Gunners fans are really happy, and the referee spotted an infringement, and it's going to be a free kick to Burnley, who sends one straight back into the goalkeeper's hand. Trafford Trafford coming straight into the midfield, finds O'Shea, on the Shea back into the hands of Trafford, and Trafford sending it through to sending it straight into the hands of Decross, and Decross looking into the midfield where he finds Taylor, and Taylor sends one to Brown Lassin, and Lassin finds the Chelsea Loney finds the Chelsea Loney and still Burnley, sorry, who are currently in possession. What would they make out of this? A chance for Burnley to get one back against Arsenal. But William, that was Gabriel who says no, not today. And still Burnley with a cross into the box, but straight into the hands of David Raya, the Arsenal first choice goalkeeper, who gathered that comfortably to keep this game 5-0 and keep his clean sheet intact against Burnley in today's fixture. Back, let's see what is happening in all the centers of the scorelines still remain the same. It's 5-0 in the game between Burnley and Arsenal, and the game between Fulham and Aston Villa is currently in the 77th minute. That game is Aston Villa leading 2-1 against Burnley. Newcastle surprisingly are 1-2 down against the Bournemouth. Nottingham Forest are also surprisingly defeating West Ham 1-0. And Tottenham Hotspur also surprisingly losing 1-2 against Wolverhampton at home. It's looking like it's not a day in the office for the big boys.
You know, not a day in the office for the big boys. Newcastle is down, Tottenham is down. You know, apart from Liverpool and Arsenal, who are comfortably winning their own matches here, other big names are down. You know, against smaller names in the EPL. But sometimes we don't say there's no smaller name because they are all there, 11 man to 11 man in the field. But hey, today is not just their day. It's not just their day. So good one for. You know, I just wonder what Burnley should be looking for now. You know, I don't think they should be looking for their first goal. They should be looking for their first shot on target. You know, because how can you play for 90 minutes without play for 80 something minutes without a shot on target in the EPL? No, it's not. It's
The
not.
corner kick being fastly taken by the Gunners, and still Arsenal who are hungry for the goal, and that is Martin Odegaard on the ball and dribbles his way in the box, sends one back, and it's a cross into the box from the Gunners. That was easily cleared there by Bournemouth and Burnley, sorry, who takes the long one, sends it straight into the Arsenal half. What will they make out of this? And it's going to be a throwing to is the Arsenal? Yes, to Arsenal. Fofana couldn't chase that down, and it's going to be a throwing to the Gunners in that encounter. And it's still 1-0 5-0 in the game between Burnley and Arsenal, and also 2-1 in the game between Aston Villa and Fulham. The game between Newcastle and Bournemouth is still 1-2, and the game between West Ham and Nottingham Forest is still Nottingham Forest leading 1-0, courtesy that goal scored by the Nigerian international Taiwo Awoni, sorry. And the game between Tottenham and Wolverhampton were currently leading 2-1 against Tottenham. And we still have to come the game between Manchester City and Chelsea at 6:30 p.m. Nigerian time. You don't really want to miss that match. You don't really want to miss the action and the commentary and the analysis coming in and out from our studios when it comes to talking football. So do book a date with us at 6 p.m. when the game between 6:30, sorry, when the game between Chelsea and Manchester City resumes play. But the gaffer, who's your money on?
You know, that's so this one. I don't want to talk about where my money will be, but I know it's going to be a very tough encounter. It's going to be a very tough encounter. If you look at the form of Manchester City, it's looking like they can defeat any team right now in the EPL. But football is not always like that. Football is not always like that. But the only my fear is that you don't know the Chelsea team that will show up today. That is just my fear because sometimes you see them come with their A game and sometimes they just relax. And but if they don't come with their best against Manchester City today, Manchester City will be we are seeing 5-0 a year. Probably to be 6-0 for Chelsea.
Let's see if Chelsea will be humiliated in that game, or will it be Chelsea will be holding the ground against Manchester City, just like we saw in the first leg that ended 4-4 between both teams in the EPL. Let's see what Manchester City will also bring into that game against Chelsea. And it's Arsenal who has a corner kick in the 85th minute. 5 more minutes to go in regulation time. And this is the ninth corner for the Gunners in this encounter. And yeah, let's see who's taking it. And we can see the Burnley players trying to all have the Arsenal player out of contending for the ball. And it's going to be a corner kick in swinger, and he swings it straight into the balls there. Another chance for Arsenal to get a sixth goal. But Trafford says, no, you're not going to spell my name. And yes, Trafford, who has just thrown a misplaced pass there, and Arsenal breaking all out against Burnley right now to try and get a chance of their own. And yes, Arsenal sends the cross into the box. Is they dispossessed the clear there by the Burnley defender. But Arsenal piling up the pressure against the Bournemouth. What will Arsenal make out of this? And what will Arsenal make out of this? Is Arsenal attacking right now against the Burnley? With this brand a chance for the Gunners to get a assist, go across the field, but there was nobody to get onto or to lash onto that ball from Nelson there. And it's Burnley who are breaking out to try and get their own consolidation goal against the Gunners. But the Gunners are saying no, they are not a cheerful giver, and they are not giving that promo to Burnley in the second half. 86 minutes gone, 4 more minutes to go.
86 minutes gone, 4 minutes to go. Look at the domination. Look at the sweet flow of football we are getting from Arsenal today. That is the kind of team I like watching when they play this kind of football. It's a comfortable one. They've already won it, and they just taking their time. And sometimes this positional football, positional play, sometimes it helps you to waste time. You have already done the job. If they continue like this, there's another clean sheet for Arsenal since this January. I think this will be the third clean sheet in 2024 for Arsenal. That's to tell you how defensive they are, how good their defense is, and how good their goalkeeper is. I think it's just putting more number of clean sheet to his record.
Okay, that is always good when goalkeepers get some good numbers of clean sheets, because that is what through the games, and it's going to be a free kick right now to Arsenal in their own half. And it's the 87th minute of this encounter. We are approaching the 88th minute, which will leave us with 2 more minutes to go in regulation time. And we'll be looking at how many more minutes of the referee will be adding to this game between Arsenal and Burnley. And yes, the Burnley trying to attack against the Gunners from the midfield and sends one straight into the midfield. What will Burnley make out of this? Try to split through the defense of Arsenal, just like Moses splitted the River Nile, but that is not happening here, and it's still Arsenal leading 5-0 as the Gunners are not giving, or they are not giving any opportunity for that to happen against them. Ball is still in possession, and that is Fofana on the ball, goes straight against the Arsenal defender. What will he make of this? Goes for a shot there, but that will be going to the back of the net, and it's going to be a corner kick to Burnley in the 88th minute of this encounter.
Yeah, even with the shot, it's not a shot on target. The shot went over the goalpost. So they've not actually had any shot on target. It's going to be a corner. Okay,
it's a corner kick. It's a corner kick.
Yeah,
that will be shot off. That's going to be shot off target.
Off target, yeah, because the goalkeeper still touched it, and it's going to be a corner kick. Yeah.
And here's a corner kick to Burnley in the 88th minute. Let's see if they'll be getting the consolidation against the Gunners. And what is going to happen? They take a one straight into the box, but that's header was wayward, and it's going to be a goal kick to Burnley in the 89th minute of this encounter. 1 minute to go, and it's Arsenal leading 5-0 in that encounter against Burnley.
Yeah, 1 minute to go, and I don't think the referee is going to add more than 5 minutes, because there was
a VR check, so
there was a VR check, and there was injury moment when what is his name, Ramsey, got injured for Burnley, and he was taken out of the field. So we'll be expecting like 5-6 minutes in this additional time.
Okay, yeah, you can hear that from the gaffer. The expectation is 5 to 6 minutes from the center referee. And still from other centers, still Fulham 1, Aston Villa 2. Newcastle losing 1-2 at home against the Bournemouth, and that game is also in the 88th minute. Nottingham Forest defeating West Ham 1-0, and that game is in the 85th minute also. Tottenham Hotspur are also losing 2-1 against Wolverhampton, and that game is also in the 88th minute. And here we are in the 90th minute in the game between Burnley and Arsenal right there in the EPL match day 25. And it's Burnley who are currently in possession, enjoying the better share of possessions midfield, and still Burnley in possession against Arsenal, enjoying the late charges, make it be Arsenal has the goals, while Burnley has the late charges in this game and getting themselves in good positions. And here's the Burnley still holding on to the ball across the pitch. They transformed into, and here it's still Burnley in possession, sends on straight into the midfield. And still, what will they make out of this? Tries to raise a pass across the face of goal, but Fofana couldn't get to that. And it's the 90th minute of play in this game between Arsenal and Burnley. 5-0, Arsenal has defeated Burnley.
Yeah, Arsenal defeated Burnley. No doubt about that. Let's see if it will be a clean sheet because it's already looking good for Arsenal. And talking about the Arsenal squad, a lot, the selection of players and the way Arteta has actually positioned this team since they came back. It's a very good one for Arsenal.
And it's 10 minutes additional time by the fourth official.
10.
So we still have 10 more minutes to play in this encounter between Arsenal and Burnley. Let's see if Arsenal will be getting one more goal. As 10 minutes is a lot of time to play in a game of football.
I wonder why 10 minutes, because apart from Ramsey and at the VR check, what other, there was no other moment whereby the referee need to add time. But anyway, this is football and this is England. This is Premier League. So anything can happen. That is the situation. 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes is more time for Arsenal to add more goals, not for Burnley to come.
It's going to be a minimum of 10 minutes to play at that stadium in this game between Burnley and Arsenal. Let's see if Burnley can get one goal back to actually, get themselves a good result against Arsenal. Though they've lost this game, but a goal will actually spur them on against the Gunners, who have been ruthless today against Burnley. And still, Arsenal 5, Burnley 0, and we've seen the first minute of additional time played as we approach the second minute of this same additional time. And yes, Burnley with a chance to go straight into the box, and the referee spotted that should be a goal kick, not an infringement. And what was he thinking there? He should be crossing that into the box.
Yeah, he should be crossing that into the box. He wanted to run down the defense, get into the 16 box before passing. But hey, you don't do that with the Arsenal defense. They know when to just commit you, and they committed the player and was able to get a goal kick there. So that's a very good one for Arsenal.
All right, so the second minute of additional time being played already, and it's Arsenal through Smith Rowe who was onto the ball, but lost out to Berge in the midfield. And yes, back in Arsenal is Arsenal. We're currently in possession right now in the second minute of additional time. What will the Gunners make out of this? Hold on to it in the midfield, trying to create and open up the Burnley midfield space. And yes, Arsenal who has successfully been the possessor of the ball. And yes, a good run I've really fancied from the first half. A good chance for Burnley to find himself. Burnley to find himself into the box of the Gunners. Still dribbled out, still being dribbled out of that box, and still Burnley in possession. What would they make out of this? Would they get a consolidation? What a shot there, and what a hit there from Brown there. But that sails off wide the goalpost of and that was Brown Larson with a shot for Burnley. But that sails off wide the goalpost of David Raya, or a chance to cut deficit against Arsenal, and it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal in the 93rd minute of this game.
Yeah, still no goal on target, no shot on target for Burnley, even with the brilliant move they had. They just kicked that one, went over the goalpost for Arsenal. So and they actually wanted to get a consolation goal here, but Arsenal are not ready to they are not generous at all, and that is the situation.
Okay, that's the situation as we're currently in the 94th minute, which means we've seen 4 minutes of additional time played already in that game between Arsenal and Burnley. What will the Gunners make out of that? Sends the cross straight into the hands of Nelson, who cuts inward, and still Arsenal, who are currently in possession of the ball. What will the Gunners make out of this? Will this be the 6th goal for Arsenal? And still Arsenal working their way through the defense line of Burnley. which has been able in this 9 minutes. And still Arsenal will they be able to break through the resilience of defenders of Burnley, cross into the box, but that's gonna get onto the foot of Andy Nketiah, and it's going to be a goal kick to Burnley in the 95th minute of this one.
And Newcastle just equalized now.
While Newcastle has just equalized in that game against Bournemouth. 2 times they've come back and 2 times they've equalized in this game. And they'll fancy taking the 1 point against Bournemouth no matter what happens. And that game is currently in the 90 plus minutes already. And let's see who the goal scorer is for for Newcastle, and it's Michi, who scored 2 minutes in to additional time, and it was brought in at the 91st minute and it scored in the 92nd minute.
Wow, Amero went out for him, and he came in and responded. Immediately his score was taken out, right?
It was brought in the 91st minute.
Okay, yeah, and he scored in the 92nd minute. Yeah, that's a good response. That's a way fastest. It looked like the fastest substitution that got a goal. Just came in, probably his first touch, got a goal.
All right, scoreline still remains 1-2 in that game between Fulham and Aston Villa, with Aston Villa defeating Fulham right there at Calvin Cottage. The game between Newcastle and Bournemouth is currently 2-2, with Newcastle digging it out deep to find that needed equalizer against Bournemouth. The game between Nottingham Forest and West Ham is Nottingham Forest leading 1-0, courtesy that goal scored by Taiwo Awoniyi. And the game between Tottenham and Wolverhampton, also in the 90 plus minutes, is Tottenham 1 and Wolverhampton 2. And still to come is Manchester City against Chelsea at 6:30 p.m. Nigeria time or West African time. And back into the game between Arsenal and Burnley. That game has been played at Turf Moor, which is Burnley's home ground. But Arsenal have successfully turned that home ground into a training pitch today against the Bournemouth. And that game is currently in the 6 minutes, 4 minutes to go in additional time. And still is Bournemouth, who are currently enjoying possession of the ball against them Gunners. And it's 2 holding up to 1. And here is another chance for Arsenal to get the assist goal. And the referee has just spotted the free kick in a welcoming and dangerous position on the pitch.
Yeah, dangerous position. That's where we need a free kick specialist. Look at that sweet move there,
from Odegaard.
From Odegaard, but it was brought down. And let's see if Arsenal can convert this to be one of those set pieces that they can score. But we know they've been good in corner kick, but not on free kicks like this.
Okay, 7th minute of additional time, and Arsenal, who has a free kick against Burnley in this one, and the goalkeeper Trafford is standing against the Gunners players to see who is going to take this. And we can see Kai Havertz, we can see Bukayo Saka, and we can see also the captain Martin Odegaard himself. Let's see who is going to take this free kick for the Gunners in this encounter. 97 minutes gone. It's still Burnley 0, Arsenal 0.
Yeah, Burnley 0. Bukayo Saka is out already. It is, I think that is Martinelli. That is
not Nketiah.
Yeah. That's Nketiah there, And let's see what they can get out of this free kick here. And the wall has been set already, and let's see what comes out of it.
Okay, let's see what the Gunners will be making out of this as we got straight into the 98th minute of this game. The time is ticking so fast for Burnley if they really want to get 1 or 2 back in this encounter. And here is Kai Havertz standing deep on that, and he begins straight for goal. What a save there from Trafford, as that was destined for the back of the net. And where a goal that would have been, and that looks like a shot from the captain himself. The captain himself talking about what's his name? The captain of Arsenal.
Is it the guy?
Martin Odegaard.
Yeah.
And back in play right now is Cedric with the throw in for Arsenal. Takes one straight. And yes, still Arsenal in possession. And cross into the box of Cedric is the dispossessed there. And yes, Arsenal in the dying embers of trying to get the 6th goal against Burnley in this one. And still Arsenal in possession. What will they make out of this? Hold on to that. And Burnley regaining possession against the Gunners. And it goes out to counter against Arsenal. Let's see what will this count for them. And still Burnley in possession in the 99th minute of this game. 1 minute to go, a minimum of 1 minute still to be played in this game. For a chance for Burnley, go straight. That sails up wide. What a shot there from Lewan. That sails up wide the goalpost of what a shot there from Brown Heath. But that sails up wide the goalpost of the Arsenal goalkeeper David Raya, as this game still remains up 5-0. And it's full time in the game between Tottenham and Wolverhampton. Tottenham has successfully lost at home against Wolverhampton 2-1 in that encounter. The game between Forest and West Ham It's Forest who has doubled their lead in that encounter against West Ham. And let's see who the second goal scorer was in that game. We are yet to get some confirmation of who scored the second goal for Nottingham Forest. Once that comes in, we'll be telling you who scored the second goal in that game. It's still 2-2 in the game between Newcastle and Bournemouth, and also 2-1 in the game between Aston Villa and Fulham, and also 5-0 in the game between Arsenal and Burnley. And that game is also in the last minute of additional time. Let's see.
Odoi.
It was Callum Hudson-Odoi for Nottingham Forest. The former Chelsea youth international has gotten Nottingham Forest the second goal in that encounter. And we are going straight into the 100th minute of this encounter. And let's see, any moment from now, we should be expecting the final whistle from the referee. 5-star performance from Arsenal today, no doubt. They really got the going right from the first minute of this game. And they just got a victory deservedly against Burnley.
Yeah, they deserve it. They were at the better side, you know. We're calculative in this match, you know, well organized, excellent positioning, you know, and clinical passes, you know. Arsenal they just came to the party today, and actually they deserve the victory.
Yes, any moment from now, we will get on the final whistle from the center referee. And that is the final whistle. Yeah. It's Arsenal 5 and Burnley 0 in this encounter. And it's Arsenal who has just cut the deficit at the top between them and Liverpool. They'll sit second right now until the game between Manchester City and Chelsea. Should Manchester City win that game, Manchester City returns to second, while Arsenal returns to third position. Full-time Arsenal 5, Burnley 0.
Arsenal 5, Burnley 0. Good result for Arsenal. You know, good. They've actually moved to second position, a comfortable position. You know, it is now left for Manchester City. You know, we can't just say it is over, because Arsenal, Chelsea can surprise Manchester City today.
Well, let's see if Chelsea will surprise Manchester City at 6:30, and let's run straight through the other results we've seen today. It's 4-1 for Liverpool against Brentford earlier on in the first game today, and it's full time in that game between Arsenal and Burnley, with Arsenal defeating Burnley 5-0. It's also full time in that game between Aston Villa and Fulham, with Aston Villa taking a 2-1 victory away from the Cottage, Craven Cottage, which is the stadium of Fulham, and the Nottingham Forest were still leading 2-0 against West Ham in the dying embers of that game. Wolverhampton defeated Tottenham away from home 2-1 in that encounter, and Newcastle against the Bournemouth also in the last minute is still 2-2 in that encounter. The Gaffer, it's a pleasure having you in the studio.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Well, that's about how much we can take on today's edition of our watch along, of our first watch along, and that is the game between Burnley and Arsenal. Do join us at 6:30 for the game between Manchester City and Chelsea right from the Etihad. I'll be deciding that encounter to see how Manchester City can defeat Chelsea, or will it be Chelsea causing that upset against Manchester City? It's interesting to see at 6:30. So we come away again at 6:30. It's bye for now.